Good morning, everyone. We are back today with lesson 9.6, and this lesson includes an open response. So hopefully you have seen the document posted below called Packing Apples and have that printed out ready to go. You also need a calculator today. So as usual, you need a piece of paper, a pencil, and your journal. And then today you also need a calculator and the Packing Apples sheet printed out. Hit pause if you need to run and get any of those things, and then let's start with our slate work. Would you please, on your calculator, skip count up by fours to 40, and then write down how many counts you needed to go by fours and write that down. So on your calculator, you're skip counting by fours until you get to 40. Keep track of the number of times you needed to add or subtract and write that down. Good. So if you're counting by fours to 40, you would have skip counted 10 fours. This time I'd like you to go back by eights, starting at 56 and skip counting back to 0. Write down how many counts if you're counting back by eights to go from 56 to 0. You would have to go back 7 times. All right, let's try some more. Skip counting up by 11s to 121. How many times do you have to skip count by 11s to get to 121? You would have to do that 11 times on your calculator. Now we're going back by 15s, starting at 135 and going all the way to 0. So on your calculator, starting at 135, counting back by 15s, how many times do you need to subtract to get to 0? You need to hit subtract 9 times to get to 0. All right, last two. On your calculator, if you're counting up by 23s, how many times do you need to hit plus in order to get to 598? This one will take a moment, so I'll wait. Hit pause if you're not there yet, but on a calculator, you would have to hit plus 26 times to get to 598. Finally, if you're counting backwards by 37s, starting at 481, how many times do you have to hit the subtract button to get all the way to 0? Go ahead, start at 481, counting back by 37s. You would have to hit subtract 13 times to get to 0. All right. Would you open your math journal to page 289? The screen says talk with a partner, but we're going to talk through it together. Go ahead and open to 289. It looks like this. It says at the top, working with a broken calculator. Pretend that your calculator is broken. The addition key, the plus key, and the number 8 are not working. Think about how you could use your broken calculator to make the number 18. In the name collection box, write at least 5 different names for 18 that don't use the addition key or the number 8 key. Use 2 operations like minus, times, divide. Of course, you can't use plus in at least one of the names. So, would you please come up with at least 5 names for 18 without using plus and without using the number 8? Go ahead and hit pause and come back when you've written at least 5 names. here are some names that you could write for 18 without using the plus or 8 keys. You could call 18 20 minus 2. You could call it 31 minus 13. Here's a name that uses two operations. You could call it 3 times 7, that's 21, minus 3 is 18. Of course, the doubles fact, 2 times 9, or you all probably know that 3 times 6 is 18. Or how about 42 divided by 2 minus 3. Those are just a few examples. There were many more. Check to see if you have 5 names for 18 without using plus and without using the number 8. All right. Next, I'd like you to get out your printed sheet of paper called Packing Apples. This is our open response problem. It says, pretend the division key, the divided by key, on your calculator is broken. Solve this problem using other keys on your calculator. Emma picks 176 apples to sell at the farmer's market. She packs them into boxes that each hold 16 apples. How many boxes does she need to take all of her apples to the market? Show or tell how you used your broken calculator to solve this problem. So, if we could use the division key, we could just say 176 divided by 16, but we cannot because there is no division key. So, on this sheet, I'd like you to write words or number sentences or pictures to show on your calculator how you could solve this problem. And then down at the bottom, please write an answer, how many boxes of apples. Go ahead and work on this today, and then tomorrow on our class math Zoom, bring this sheet of paper and your ideas. We'll share them together, talk about different strategies and different solutions. Hope this goes well for you. Remember, you cannot use the division key. And I forgot to mention that after you do this open response problem, you can work on MathBoxes 9.6 and HomeLink 9.6. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.